11 points and got fouled on a 3. Like Kitty Alexa, again, Kitty Alexa wasn't hard to recruit. She was dominating in the Italian league. Like, I knew who she was when playing against Ireland during the year. Like, she wasn't a hard player to recruit, and she would be she's a very solid defender, and she is a sniper. She's as much of a sniper as there is in this league. And not only that, she's able to shoot the 3 off the curl better than anyone. Like, Lexi Hull's a catch and shoot sniper. Lexi Hull can't shoot it off the curl. Kelsey Mitchell can't really shoot it off the curl. Kitty Alexa.
The first round of WNBA All-Star voting is in, and it's already making headlines. Caitlin Clark is leading by a huge margin, showing just how strong her fan base really is. Despite all the media buzz around other players, it's clear the fans have made their choice. Clark has pulled in more than 515,000 votes so far, keeping her spot as the top pick. This is actually her second year in a row leading the fan vote. She had around 700,000 votes by the end of the 2024 campaign. What's even more impressive is that this year's voting numbers are already way ahead of last year's at this point, hinting at what could be a record-breaking turnout.
Because in Chicago Sky fans, hell, they're ready to run Tyler Marsh's ass out. I mean, the way he's playing Angel Reese, I'm going to be real with you. I mean, the one thing she could do was rebound the ball, and he has taken that away. He has taken that away. So much for coming off a triple-double. By the way, Camila Cardoso was killing it in this game. 7 of 9 from the field, 77.8%.
Believe in, with all the media attention and branding that's tried to make Angel Reese a key face of the WNBA. She didn't make it into the top 10 in fan voting. Her current shooting percentage, just 30.9% from the field, is one of the lowest among eligible players, raising questions about the gap between media hype and actual on-court performance. Major outlets, including Forbes, have often featured Reese as a major player in the league's growth. However, these stories sometimes downplay Caitlin Clark's impact, even though Clark consistently draws a much larger fan following.
Monica Cole-McCanny not even playing that much. She comes out with 6 points, running the point a bit. Well, to be fair, I say run the point a bit. She's listed a point guard. Alyssa Thomas is their point guard. Alyssa Thomas comes out with 11, 8, and 3. Doesn't really matter at this stage. The stats don't really matter with Alyssa Thomas's influence. And by the way, this team survives without Alyssa Thomas. This team is good with or without Alyssa Thomas. This team is good with or without Satu Sabli on the floor. This team is good with or without Kat Copper on the floor. This team is good no matter what. This team can run 4 undrafted rookies.
Angel Reese has landed major endorsement deals and been featured in high-profile national ad campaigns. She's been a regular presence across sports media, from TV shows to news outlets. Even the WNBA's official channels often shared her college highlights, presenting her as a rising star. Many media outlets have pointed to her large social media following as proof of her growing influence. But a closer look suggests that a big portion of this online following comes from inactive or overseas accounts, followers who aren't buying tickets or tuning in to watch Chicago Sky games on WNBA League Pass.
That's how a big is supposed to shoot. All right? Angel only shot the ball once. She did have 6 free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points. Camila had 17. And I got to tell you, some of these players can't hit water if they fell out of a boat. It was ugly. Haley Van Lith, 1 of 5. Kia Nurse, 2 of 8. It was just ugly, and my God.
Reese fully leaned into the spotlight, often saying in interviews that she's a major reason behind the growing interest in women's basketball. She credited herself with attracting celebrities, helping sell out arenas, and driving the league's overall growth, predicting she would go down in history for boosting the sport's visibility. Her bold personality and media presence kept her in the headlines, and marketing campaigns often portrayed her as more than just an athlete, as a symbol of the sport's progress. But the fan voting results reveal a clear disconnect between that promotional image and actual support from fans.
He's a player who never made a roster until last year. This team can go out with, I know Lexi Held didn't even play. This team can go out with a lineup of Lexi Held, Musa, Laxa, Akol McCanny, and Catherine Westbelt. 5 rookies. 4 undrafted rookies, and they can actually compete. They can actually compete. And that is such an impressive thing with this team. Like, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but like, obviously, look, by default, Fever fan, I still think Caitlin Clark is must-see TV.
Despite all the media coverage and marketing around Reese, she still didn't break into the top 10 in All-Star voting. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark pulled in over 516,000 votes, 5 times more, showing that fans are making their own choices, independent of media buzz. Even rookie Kiki Ariafin, who's had far less media exposure than Reese, is currently ranked higher. This highlights that fans value performance over promotion when casting their votes. Some media outlets, like Forbes, have focused their growth stories on a limited set of players, often overlooking Clark's clear influence. But the voting numbers show fans are paying attention to what happens on the court, not just what's being said off it.
The Phoenix Mercury players, the key players, showed out. All right, let's start with Semi Whitcomb right here. She was 5 of 10 from 3-point range, 17 points. Satu Sabali, 5 of 7, just like you'd expect. Great field goal percentage, 15 points. Alyssa Thomas, another beast, 5 of 9, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Kaylee Copper, 16.
This gap between media stories and fan choices goes beyond just basketball. It speaks to a bigger issue around trust and authenticity. When fans sense that someone's being promoted more than they've earned, they tend to support players who prove themselves on the court. Right now, Reese is ranked 13th in All-Star voting, behind several players who've had less media coverage but have performed more consistently. Fans seem to value well-rounded play over hype. A closer look at Reese's stats helps explain the lack of recognition. Her field goal percentage is just 30.9%. The second lowest among 64 qualified WNBA players so far. That's especially concerning for someone who plays close to the basket, where scoring efficiency is key.
These are my favorite team to watch this year. And I can't believe I'm saying there's a team I prefer watching than Caitlin Clark's Fever. But this team is what the Fever should have been. The Chicago Sky, I don't even think they were that bad. I don't think they were that bad. Atkins came in with 13. Cardoso was dominant on the inside. Angel, I don't think Angel was that bad. She just was anonymous. She was kind of anonymous. She had a couple of okay defensive plays which kind of pushed out.
Post players are usually known for high shooting percentages because most of their shots come close to the basket. So when someone misses more than 2/3 of those attempts, it naturally raises questions about their all-star qualifications. When comparing Reese to Clark in terms of shooting and playmaking, the difference is clear. There really isn't a fair comparison. Reese's defensive impact has also been limited, with only 2 blocks recorded so far this season. In a recent game against the Indiana Fever, where Clark wasn't even playing, Reese shot just for 417. Again showing her offensive struggles, while she definitely brings energy and leads the league in rebounds, showing real hustle and determination. That strength alone isn't enough to make up for the wider gaps in her offensive game in today's competitive WNBA landscape.
15 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. It's a thrashing. 104.86 is now, you see that, there's 47 seconds left. The WNBA decided to post this 3-pointer from Angel Reese on their page, and they got destroyed over it. They got destroyed. There she put up a 3. One of the ugliest shots you've ever seen in your life.
Tensions flared further when JCS Sheldon was called for a flagrant foul after going at another player. While some said it looked like a play on the ball, the level of aggression raised eyebrows. Then, in the final minute of Indiana's clear wind, things boiled over. Cunningham shoved Sheldon during a scoring play. The result? Ejections for Cunningham, Sheldon, and another Sun player. After the game, Cunningham defended her actions, telling reporters she was simply standing up for what she called the WNBA's top player.
Copper and stuff. She was just anonymous. Like, she hit a three. She hit a big three to cut the lead down to 20-something. But, like, I think that's the only way I can describe Angel Reese was that she was anonymous. 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Like, it's not enough rebounds, I don't think, to push her under the 10 for the year. But it pushes her. Like, she's still averaging a double-double on the year, but, like, she was aggressive at least. She was aggressive. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I will say is that...
I mean, that form is out of control. But she made the shot. But that's not even the story at this point. I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, WNBA got killed over. It's 90-56, guys. Yeah, they're down by 30. Down by 30. What's that for? That's what I asked. Just throw it up. Down by 34. That... oh, hell.
These Angel Reese was aggressive attacking the basket. She looked good on the perimeter, but, like, Alyssa Thomas just made a show of her. Like, it's not even that much of a knock on Angel Reese at this stage, but Alyssa Thomas is just that level of player. She's just that level of player, and the Sky are just not. Like, I think the Sky in general are just not. Sorry, I'm just gonna put on a fan. It's way too hot here. They're not at a
moment. They're down by 34. Miracles happen. I mean, this is teams that allowed at least 16 3-pointers in a game this season. Chicago Sky has done it 3 times. All other teams in the entire freaking league 3 times. Wow. Combined. And these fans are pissed. I mean,
a level high enough to compete with these teams, which is a surprise because I think Beck Allen had been good. I think she's a good player. It's just, I don't even know what the Sky have done wrong. Like, the pieces just don't fit. Like, their only point guard is Hailey Van Lith. Like, Ariel Atkins is starting at the 1 right now. Elizabeth Williams, I think, is one of the better bench bigs, and Anya Were has actually been really good off the bench this year. At times. There's been games where she's been really good off the bench. Elizabeth Williams.
Seriously, the Sky's on national TV, and they're getting worked is an understatement. Angel Reese hits a 3, starts to get in a rhythm, 1 shot. So what does Tyler do? He benched her and Cardoso. Phoenix Suns starters are killing the Chicago Sky bench players. In fairness, they were killing the starters too. All right, down 36. They were killing the starters too. Angel Reese was not locked in today.
This is one of, outside of Jessica Shepard, the best bench big in the W. I don't know what's wrong with them. But, like, they could lose this game by 40. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with this team. Because today it wasn't even, I don't even think that this was an effort thing. Like, I don't even think this was an effort problem. But
effort wasn't what it needed to be. That in itself should worry a lot of people. That Chicago Sky coach pulled his starters at the top of the 3rd quarter. It's a disgusting display of hoops. He has to be fired sooner than later. Dude gave up. Dude threw in the damn towel. He's like, nah. I mean, he was the dude in Rocky. Throw the towel.
This. Year's voting acts as a clear evaluation of how stars are being built in the league. Moving forward, promotional strategies may need to shift, focusing more on actual performance and less on manufactured celebrity. Whether Reese chooses to grow her game and earn stronger fan support or continues relying on media campaigns remains to be seen. But what's clear is that there's a real gap between media narratives and what fans genuinely value. Closing that gap will be key to building lasting, respected stars in women's professional basketball. Asterisk,